Hi guys, it's Emily from Novel Novels and welcome to today's video. This is my February reading stats. This is the second time attempting to film this because I'm getting a bit worrying about April's videos, but I'll talk about that another time. I'm not going to flap, I'm not going to worry. The whole point of doing the reading stats video separately to the weekly reading catch-ups is it's a nice short but sweet video and I do not want to ramble too much. But I'm filming this on the 1st of March and the day before this video goes live, obviously. And the sun is out. The sun is out. The flowers are starting to come out. I am like a jumbled bumblebee. I am so darn excited. Yes, February is a shorter month. So I've read less books. This stats, what I'm going to do with this video is I'll be telling you all the statty bits. I will link a picture at the end of the video and I will show you my Storygraph graphic thing because that's also quite fun. I think I'm going to start adding that in and that will tell you my average star rating. I'll tell you that in a bit, which I think it is, but I stupidly forgot to write that down. I always say these videos are going to be short but sweet, but yeah. I'll be going over the genres, my stats, my star ratings. I'll be telling you my favourite books of the month. I'll be finishing up the reading of what I read at the end on the last bit between the reading catch up. Yeah, and that'll be about it. So it's going to be a nice short but sweet video. Nice one, but hopefully you'll enjoy it. If you enjoy this video, let me know at the end of it. But yes, let's go for it. So, I read a total of 29 books in February. I have no idea how I did that. I read quite a bit more, so that was more than one book a day. Still have no idea how I did that, especially seeing as I had some massive books. In March, I may probably, even though there's 31 days in March, I may read a bit less than that because I've got a very busy month in March. I only read 25 of my unread TBR because I ended up having two rereads because of the Agatha Alice book was a reread in the end and I had my reread set in plan. Again, I think I'm going to have like two rereads this month because of I've got the Spoonies one. I've got the Bronte book reread, which is my Jane Eyre reread, and I'm going to have the reread that I'm setting up for the month, which is the Walworth Girls. So that, again, I'm still going to have library books. So if anything, the unread number might go a bit up, sort of, yeah. Might not be quite as good. But I gained 18 books. The next video, which is coming up the next day after this, on Monday, it will be my book haul. I only gained 18. I only bought 13. How flipping amazing is that? I cannot believe that's good. Like I said, March that number could potentially double because of birthday books and the fact I've got 3 book buying trips and the fact that it's the 1st of the month and I've already kind of gained 3 books. 2 of them I bought and one was a ad PR product. Yes, I'm kind of stuffed in March. But I did unhaul 2 books off my unread TBR. The first was a book that I kind of thought I might, which is The Night Tiger. And the second one was A Cat in the City, which I bought last year. And that was just, it had some graphic stuff in it that I didn't like. And neither of which are me books. And The Night Tiger I feel guilty about because Jem loved it. But realistically, it's a bit too weird for me. It was just not my kind of book. So that's fine. I'm not going to beat myself up. So, my February unread TBR was 278 books. My March unread TBR is 269 books. I got it down by 9 books. Yippee! I was down by 9 books last month and down by 11 the month before. Which means I think, because I know that in December I'd gone up by 8. Like December to January I went up by 8. So, kind of means that 11 and 9, so that's 20. So that means if I do go up a little bit in March, I don't have to beat myself up. That was my whole point, was that I wanted January and February to go down. So if in March it goes up, I don't beat myself up. And the same in April, I'm going to try and get it back down just in case May goes a bit fluey-ish. I like the word fluey, by the way. Don't know why. So now to my genres. I read 1 classic, which was my Agatha. 1 mystery. Can't remember which one that was. It's there. 1 fiction, which was my Layla in the Blue Shark, which I do think is a fiction. I read 1 non-fiction, which was The Codebreakers Sisters, which I did enjoy. I read 4 fantasy. Bloody love the fact that number is going up. I love the fact that I'm reading at least 4 or 5 every month of fantasy. And they are going on my set TBRs now. I love fantasy. I read 9 historical fiction. Again, I'm happy with that. That number will be less because I've kind of actually got less non-fiction, but got less historical fiction books than I thought I had. And I got 12 contemporaries. So that number I'm really happy with as well. I read 2 3-stars, 1 3.5 star, 13 4-stars, 6 4.5 stars, and 6 5-stars. Those numbers, I'm less happy with the fact I only had 6 5-stars, and I think last month I had more than that. I do love comparing my monthly ones. So yeah, last month I had slightly more 3-stars. Last month my 4 stars was less, but last month I had a lot more 4.5 stars and the same amount of 5 stars. So again, maybe that number isn't as bad. Maybe I'm beating myself up for no reason. I don't know. The last book that I finished on the month, which was actually finished on the last day of the month, because yesterday I had a really I've got a Love Book Tours ad PL product book that's got a review that's going to be up today, and that's got to be finished today. That's got to be finished. No, the Love Book Tour. Yeah, the day this goes live, I've got to have my Love Book Tours review book, and I kind of didn't space out enough, and I've tried to read too much, so I put myself under a bit too much pressure, and I was really struggling to read on the last day of the month. But I finished The Secret Life of an Uncle Mum because it was a funny, silly book that I needed to finish because it completely, utterly cheered me right up. Basically, the Uncle Mum, actually this would work for the Irish Readathon, by the way, because it's set in Ireland. So I think it's an Irish author as well. But anyway, this will work for that. If you haven't read this and you're a mum, bloody read it. It's totally and utterly relatable. And she used to want it all, but now she just wants a nap. This mum is 36, so she's like 10 years younger than me, but she's got a daughter that's Mia's age, and her daughter keeps saying she's uncle, and trust me, there is a lot of that kind of mum and daughter relationship stuff that I really related to. She's got 2 kids that are a lot younger than Thomas. They're like 5 and 2, and they're obviously in that stage, and I do not miss that stage, that really trickster little boy stage where they're naughty and they say everything, and then, but she's sort of feel like she's lost herself. She had a really hard labour, and she's on a mission to try and find herself again. And some of that I can relate to, because I think probably not long after this age, I think when I was just in my early 40s, like probably a similar age to this, because I was 33 when I had Mia and 36 when I had Thomas. And probably a couple of years after that, I think 38 was probably when I had my bit where I went, oh, budge, am I just a mum? And you find yourself losing yourself, and I really related to that. And I think now, obviously, since I've been in my 40s, I found myself again, and you guys have really helped with that. And I found my BookTube jam, and found my tribe, and found what made me happy. And this is about finding your tribe, so this was really good. Anyway, so that rated 4 stars. Anyway, didn't want to make this video too long. My 2 favourite books of the month are Once Upon a Broken Heart, which I thoroughly love, by Stephanie Garber. I am going to be looking for the second book in the series when I do all my charity shop hauls. If by the end of the month I've not found it, I will go and buy it online, because I want to carry this series going. And then once I've read this series, I'm going to look for the Caraval series, because this was just a fantasy that I loved. It was start of a series. So it may not go on my favourites for the years, because, you know, I don't like putting favourites of the years on that. But the book that is going to be going on my favourites for the year, and at the moment, if I'm looking actually, yeah, it's going on my favourites for the year, and this is Some Like It Cold by Elle McNichol. Charlie got me this for Christmas. I'm actually thinking that, what was my favourite book of the year? My favourite book of last month, let me see, because I think Some Like It Cold might actually beat that. Some Like It Cold, yeah, because last month were my favourite 2 books of January, with The Cat Who Saved Books and The Tea Rose. To me, at the moment, this is my favourite book of the year so far. Some Like It Cold by McNichol. It has a great autism rep, great neurodivergent characters, and for me, this is probably one of the best representations of it that I've read. Elle McNichol is an amazing author, and I thoroughly loved this book. It deserved everything, and it was just everything I didn't think I needed in the book. She's got another book coming out this year. I'm getting it. I'm getting all her books. She is obviously Own Voices. It is just an absolute hug in a book, and I loved it. It was just what I needed. So to me, I think, yeah, that is my favourite book of the year so far. That's my favourite book, and I thoroughly loved it. I think if you got to the end of this video, leave me a winter hat emoji, because in honour of this book. But what was your favourite books of the year? What was your favourite book of the month? How was your reading in February? March already? Let me know in the comments down below. Love speaking to you all. If you love this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, not subscribe it, ring on my ding-a-ling, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.